Hi everyone. So in this video I would like to share with you guys how to use this Promodel software. But for the first step is you guys need to go to this website, promodel.com, and then you guys can click the button download here, and after that this file will run into your PC or laptop as usual. Step 2 is set the graphic. To set up the graphic, you guys need to click button here, build button here, and then click background graphic. And there is two option here, which is behind grid and also front of grid. In this video, I would like to use front of grid, and the graphic will appear just like this. Step 3 is location. In this step, you can either click build tab here, or you can use the hotkey, which is Ctrl plus L, or there's a shortcut given here. This one, you can just click it. Then the location tab will appear on the upper side of the layout, just like this. This is the location tab. Then I will show the example. I will start with placing the palette from the graphic that represent the incoming palette here. As you can see, there is a tick here. Just click so the name of the graphic can be placed in the same box with the selected graphic. Then you guys can change or adjust the name of the graphic, such as this. Here is palette, but I changed it to incoming palette. Just adjust the name. Then the name will appear at the graphic like this. Then to select another graphic, you need to select the box in here again. So the process is the same for any elements that you are choosing from the graphic. You just can use the same way to adjust the graphic that whatever you want, just using the same step here. Okay, example, after I select engine here, so I change the name into machining center, so it will change like this. After that, I add again I add this turning center. Okay, and then just adjust a little bit like this. Okay, add an arrow here. Okay, this is a conveyor. Just double click on the graphic and choose or adjust on the option given according to your preferences. There is a lot of characteristics here. You just can adjust based on whatever you want. And then you guys can adjust the size of conveyor, whether large or small, and then click OK. Okay, then I add on a few things, a few graphic again here. As example, this one, Pelex box. So I just can add a few another item at here. You can put anything based on your preferences. Other than that, the capacity can be changed as per your preferences too. So step 4 is entities. You guys just click this button and then click entities here, and then any element can be selected from the graphic here to represent the product. Okay, then you can adjust the size here. Any changes can be made in the given option. Okay, after that, then you can just name the element as your product. So step 5 is arrival. There are two options where you can do manually by filling up these boxes, or simply use the tools given. And then you need to fill these boxes if you are doing manually. So I'm going to use the tools to place the product. Therefore, the entity is the product. The location is from incoming palette. Any changes on quantity, frequency, and others can be made in the table. As example, here I changed the quantity into 5 and the frequency into 3 hours. Next is step 6. Step 6 is process. The process in step 6 is to show the movement or flow of product from start to finish. The first process start by clicking the new process button and choose the entity, for example, the product. You can start the process by placing the arrow to the graphic. Every new movement need to click the new process button to avoid any link from the previous process. To end the movement of product, by dragging the arrow directly from the product rack towards the route to exit button will show that the process ends there. The table above will show the process and route of product that has been selected. Step 7 is the operation time. After the process for the movement of goods is done, we will proceed with setting the operation time from the beginning to end of the process. We can set any time or duration for the operation time. Example here, at the mission center, I click here, um, this one, um, wait 12.8 minutes. Okay, this is the example that I can show to you guys. To know whether it is a logic operation time, by just double click on the operation time and click compile. If the compile successfully window appear, this like this, therefore it is a logic operation. The step is repeated until the end of the process. The logic need to be checked on each of the operation time to avoid any problems in the next steps. So step 8 is final simulation. In the final simulation step, we can test the simulation whether it is working or not. By clicking the play icon, it will show the whole movement of simulation that we have set up previously. You can just stop the simulation by clicking the stop icon. There are options given if you wish to collect the statistic or not in the pop-up windows. We then proceed to operate the simulation by setting the duration for the whole operation. Then click the simulation button and there is an option given to make any changes during the simulation. So for this simulation, we will run it for 40 hours. Then when the simulation is done, the result will appear. Then you just click yes for the result. The statistic will show whether the simulation is working and able to operate. Under the entity states here, the green color show that it is operation like this, and then the pink color show that it fails to produce. For the multiple capacity location states, empty, which is color in the dark blue, show there is no activity in the operation. For the part occupied, in a lighter blue color, show that the operation is working consistently. While full, which is colored in yellow, shows that it is working in a full capacity. When it operates in a longer time, it will cause bottleneck to occur, which will affect in the final production. Step 9 is worker and networking. In this step, we are adding the resources or worker into the operation. You can add any of graphic here to be the resources or worker. The number of workers depends on your simulation. So, in this simulation, we estimate 3 workers. To connect the resources with the operation, we need to set the worker's path. The path is drawn on the layout from where it starts to where it moves. You need to do the path one by one from the incoming pallet to the machining center, and then you can draw the area from the machining center to the turning center. Then the interfaces will connect the worker's path with the operation. As you can see, the path will be like this. The first node is connected to location of incoming pallet, and then the second node is connected with machining center, N4 is connected to the turning center, and N5 is connected to outgoing conveyor. For the step 10 is worker operation. The worker operation in this step need to do a few changes to allow it move along with the process in the operation, where the changes can be made in the options given. The path network is changed to worker path. Home is N1 since it starts from the first location. Then the speed is set to 15. When you add the resources in the operation, we need to make a few adjustments in the process of the operation by adding operation time in the process, since the worker starts from the first location, which is the incoming pallet. Add the operation time to use worker for 10 minutes. Reminder, the operation time need to be checked whether it is logic for the operation or not. Next step is step 11. Step 11 is logic builder. For the logic builder, click on the processing button here and then click on the block icon to make the changes on the option given. After this box appear, you can search for use resources. This use resources and add duration for 10 minutes, and then this duration you guys can use 10 minutes and then click paste and it will appear on the left window. This explains that we are using the worker as the resources for 10 minutes in the operation. Then for the move logic for this operation is move with worker then free. Check whether if it is logic for the operation. Lastly, add the move logic for the machining center and turning center. Last but not least is step 12. Step 12 is final. The final step is to see if whether the simulation can use or not. Then by clicking on play button, the simulation will run, and when the simulation has stopped, the result of the simulation will appear. The result will appear just like this. After the confirmation pop-up appear, you just click yes, and then the result is presented in a statistic form. This is the resources state, and the resources state show the result of worker operation. As a result, the overall statistic shows that the resources is low, the time to travel the product is very high, therefore, there are a lot of products can actually be transported in that duration. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you for watching.